Coming up, a newly formed group on campus, SLO Solidarity, issued a list of 41 demands to the administrators on campus.
And a threatening Facebook message from an unidentified profile was sent to one of the organizers of SLO Solidarity. A protest was held at the UU in response to the threat.
President Jeffrey Armstrong and other administrators took place in a march this morning in response to the hate speech and death threats that are taking place at Cal Poly.
Broadcasting from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to our 30-minute edition of Mustang News. I'm Monica Roos.
And I'm Clara Knapp. Mustang News starts now. SLO Solidarity, a group formed in reaction to a free speech wall on Dexter Lawn, has submitted a list of necessary changes to administration. The unregistered campus club has sent a list of 41 demands for the university. Among the demands are a cultural fraternity advisor, funds for low-income students in ASI elections, diversity training during WOW, an increase in gender-neutral housing, and a creation of a women and queer studies curriculum and major. The list of demands was received with different reactions from individuals on campus. At the rally today, University President Jeffrey Armstrong said, quote, "Today is not a day to debate the demands. Today is a day for solidarity."
A Cal Poly student and a leader of the SLO Solidarity movement received a death threat on social media. The threat prompted more than 70 students to gather and march through campus. The march, which was attended by hundreds of students, also included many faculty members and administrators, some of whom carried signs and chanted in support of the movement. One of the administrators who attended the march was President Jeffrey Armstrong, who has stated that they are behind the SLO Solidarity movement. Cal Poly ASI President Owen Schwagerly also attended the march in support of greater racial inclusivity.
I think that this is a movement where they're standing against hate on our campus, and that's something that we can all get behind.
President Armstrong has stated that the march was proof that the Cal Poly community was behind the movement for greater racial inclusivity. The Cal Poly community is remembering Nick Brown, a construction management sophomore that died on Sunday morning from a seizure after paramedics were unable to restart his heart. His family says he will be remembered for his big heart and love for his family. He had 2 brothers and died with his family by his side in San Diego. He was an active member of Phi Sigma Kappa, which his mother, Gina Brown, said made him happy. Phi Sig created the Nick Brown Memorial Fund online at generosity.com. So far, they have fundraised almost $8,000.
How positive he always was. He was always smiling. He had such an infectious smile. He was just such a good guy. Always wanted to talk to you. Just exactly the type of guy you want in your fraternity. I don't think I could think of a single fault Nick had, honestly.
Brown's memorial service will be held in Poway, California on December 4th. President Armstrong wants to remind students and faculty that counseling services are available to students 24 hours a day.
14 people have been killed and 21 more injured after a mass shooting yesterday in San Bernardino. Gunmen 28-year-old Syed Rizwan Farouk and 27-year-old Tashfeen Malik were shot and killed in a black SUV, ending a manhunt that followed the shooting. Farouk was a U.S. citizen and an inspector for the county's health department and was attending a holiday party hosted by the health department until a dispute occurred and he left. Authorities said he then came back, they think, with Malik, and opened fire with AR-15 rifles and 2 semi-automatic handguns at the Social Services Center in San Bernardino. Farouk and Malik had a 6-month-old girl.
Shootings like the one in San Bernardino have occurred unexpectedly across the United States recently. Mustang News reporter Connor McCarthy talked to officials and students about how Cal Poly is prepared for a similar incident.
Mass shootings in the United States have broken into the headlines around the world. Cal Poly's lack of communication between administrators, staff, and students is raising questions about the campus's preparedness and ability to respond to a similar incident.
I feel like the shooting that went on in Oregon, it wasn't addressed too much, and I only heard about it through friends of mine and not through the school, which I think is kind of a problem.
The administration attempted to bring more information to professors by holding an active shooter preparedness seminar in October. This was put on by the Department of Homeland Security.
The people that were invited to this program ranged from executive management to staff, and there were faculty invited.
With almost all administrators or heads of colleges attending, Heather Smith, professor of statistics, stressed her concern by saying there is no mandated training for teachers in active shooter situations. However, the Department of Homeland Security hopes that the seminar they presented will help the community and its leaders.
I hope the administration will take this information and further enhance their active shooter plan or their emergency action plan here on campus, and then take that plan and start training and then exercising that plan. I think that's the best way to ensure that both the students and the faculty are up to date on that plan and know what to do in the event of an active shooter incident.
For now, Agent Key suggests that all students on campus take part in the nationwide campaign of "If you see something, say something." Connor McCarthy, Mustang News.
For more information about what to do in the event of a school shooting, you can visit the Department of Homeland Security's website and search for active shooter preparedness.
3-year-old Mateo Kodas was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, changing his and his family's life. Reporter Joel Escoreno met with the Kodas family and has more on Mateo's journey.
Port.
A port. What's your port's name?
Henry.
Henry. And then what's your name?
The Beast.
The Beast, yes.
On September 23, 2013 at 2:38 p.m., 11 days before his second birthday, Mateo Kodas, or the Beast, a nickname given to him by his older brother Eddie Jr., was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, a cancer that starts from the early version of white blood cells called lymphocytes in the bone marrow. For several months, Mateo was sick with many symptoms, and the family wasn't sure what was wrong with him. So the family went to Santa Barbara College Hospital, where they learned of his disease.
I mean, it was shocking to hear your kid has leukemia. We asked questions. My main thing was why? How did he get this? What did we do wrong? And it hurt, but I think like right away we like bonded, like not bonded, but in that room, we're like, okay, and then we're just, what do we do next? What's gonna happen next? And we were like ready to take it on.
So the very next day after his diagnosis, he began his chemotherapy, and the doctors told Erica and Eddie to let Mateo eat whatever he wants. As a result, the Beast began to gain weight, and he struggled for about a year with his health, and the family almost lost him of infections of his body because of his poor diet. Now the family is on a strict diet that includes less carbohydrates, Eastern medicines such as oils, and since the family has made these changes, Mateo has been thriving.
We don't know what tomorrow holds. So he gets to go to school and be a kid, and it's hard, especially during flu season. I know it's hard for me, but we just have to trust because we can keep him inside, but we need to let him live.
This is like his life, and so we decided early on that we were going to make the best of it and put the most positive spin on it that we could, because if we didn't, I think it would probably have affected his treatment.
Joel Escoreno, Mustang News.
Mateo's last scheduled treatment is on December 23rd, 2016.
Cal Poly's Queer Student Union commemorated those living with or lost to HIV or AIDS in a unique way Tuesday with a fashion show. All who walked wore red, the color that symbolizes solidarity for those living with the virus.
You know, really, like the most important thing about this day for me, I think, is education, is spreading awareness about AIDS and how many people it really touches, because there are a lot of stigmas and are a lot of stereotypes and are a lot of, you know, unknowns about this disease to many people still. But this is the first time I think they chose to use kind of an active, fun way to raise awareness and get people involved and more knowledgeable about HIV and AIDS.
Today is World AIDS Day, and it's the first globally recognized day to show awareness and support for an epidemic. It started in 1984. Currently, we have 1.2 million people in the United States living with HIV, and over 35 million people have passed away from an AIDS-related illness.
We should definitely raise awareness for HIV and AIDS patients, because we definitely shouldn't shame them either, because it's something they have to live with every day, so I think that's really important.
I'm Julian Saunders here for Mustang News, and I'm about to walk the runway in support of AIDS Awareness Day.
You gotta try to pose hard. You gotta strike another pose. Beautiful. And pose!
Cal Poly's Pride Center offers students the opportunity to get involved or learn more about HIV and AIDS. World AIDS Day is a federally recognized holiday. This year's theme is "The Time to Act Is Now."
Coming up, students are giving back to the community this holiday season. Reporter Allison Royal found out how you can get more involved.
And life doesn't have to be so rough during finals week. Reporter Alexa Brewington found out a way to kick the finals week blues.
Stress busters. We come.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
A full life measured in seats starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs. And you learned how to not ignore yours. I discovered how to make healthier meals, and I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
The holidays can be a difficult time for some, but Student Community Services is bringing the holiday cheer to those in need. Student Community Services has a Christmas tree with different tags on it. Each tag has the name of a local low-income child and what they want for Christmas or Hanukkah. Cal Poly students can take a tag from the tree, buy the child the gift, and make their wish come true. SCS has spread the holiday cheer this year by making holiday crafts with homeless children, volunteering at the Templeton Turkey Trot, and making Thanksgiving crafts with people with autism. SCS says volunteering can be a gift of its own.
It makes you feel almost more obligated to do more, but that's what I really like to see, is volunteers actually starting to see that could be them, and it makes them want to do something about it.
Students can stop by the Christmas tree through the end of the week. SCS will end the holiday season by volunteering at the Reindeer Run on December 6th. For more information on how you can help, visit deedofstudents.calpoly.edu.
During the Monday break, a carefully selected group of Cal Poly business students will travel to Vietnam and China and have the chance to network with leaders from business firms. Students will learn from several industries who have the knowledge and experience of what it takes to exceed in these two countries. Chris Childers, a junior business student, said this trip will benefit him because a big part of business is understanding diversity and understanding that there is a lot of different opinions in a business.
I'm excited about going and seeing all the different businesses and how they operate and how that might be different from America. And I'm also just excited for kind of the adventure of going into a different country.
The group of students, along with the Dean of the College of Business, Scott Dawson, depart this Saturday and will be visiting both countries over the course of 12 days. We want to wish the Cal Poly business students good luck and safe travels.
With final exams approaching, many students are looking for a fun study break to ease their stress. Watercolor Wednesday typically happens about once a month at the library, and it's a great way for students to take a few minutes between classes to wind down, relax, and paint something. Watercolor Wednesdays typically happen once a month, but librarian Jessie Vestermark is holding a watercoloring session Wednesday, December 9th in the first floor atrium. All are welcome and materials are supplied.
The Stress Busters are back on campus, and this time with something furry. Reporter Alexa Brewington went to Kennedy Library this week to learn how to de-stress for a test.
This is Violet, and that's Raphael. Today this event is called Stress Busters. We come here before the finals and a major test so that the student can relax and get rid of their stress, hopefully, so that they can get the A+. Over the last 7 years, more than a couple times, some people came and asked to pet, and people broke down in tears. Or one time they saved actually somebody who wanted to commit suicide.
You know, when you're away at college and you got a lot going on, it's kind of a nice way to relieve stress. So Lucy's been a therapy dog for a little over 3 years, and we do hospitals, nursing homes, come up to Cal Poly. We go to public libraries. I mean, all the kids that I talk to want to come up here are really grateful because they're not allowed to have pets while they're in college.
I also think that, especially for students who have their pets, just to see another dog and to be able to interact with them just makes their day special.
Yes, I'm feeling very de-stressed. I actually miss my dog a lot in college, so this is a really good fulfillment of that.
Seeing them smile and having them, you know, go to their classes, but you can kind of see the renewed energy that they have. That's really what makes my day. Plus, I get to spend the whole day with my dog.
So students can look forward to Watercolor Wednesday and this furry fun event to de-stress from finals. Remember, Watercolor Wednesday will take place at 11 a.m. at Kennedy Library. Coming up, one Cal Poly professor has an invention that's rocking the food industry.
And Alexa Brewington has your weather forecast for the week.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you.
Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan. So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90-mile-per-hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
A Cal Poly professor discovered the secret to keep apples from browning. Professor Wyatt Brown from the Horticulture and Crop Science Department and technician James Green created the anti-browning and microbial formula. 5 years and 400 trials later, Brown says the solution keeps apples good as new for up to 28 days. He slices the apples, then soaks them in the solution. Brown says this is a step towards making food safer. He is in the process of licensing the formula.
Now we're going to head over to Alexa for the weekly weather report. Alexa?
Toss to break.
Actually, we're going to go to that weather report right after a short break. We'll see you in a bit.
Good afternoon. I'm Alexa Brewington here with your weekly weather report. So today we are seeing partially cloudy skies with rain very likely after 4 p.m. and it's not going to stay that way. It's going to be mostly clear and sunny later in this weekend with mild temperatures in the remainder of the week. And now for the beaches, the coastal is looking pretty consistent today. We have a high of 60 in Cayucas with a low of 54, and that trend is going to continue, especially down south, with a high of 63 and a low of 52 in Oceano. Now in North County, we're seeing a lot of high of 64 in Paso Robles and Atascadero with a low of 39 and 41. That's going to continue all the way down to San Luis Obispo with a high of 65 and a low of 50. Now for the South County, we're going to have a high of 64 in Arroyo Grande and a low of 52. That's going to continue in Guadalupe. Napoma's going to have a high of 65 and a low of 49. Also, we're going to see that in Orchid. And then down in Vandenberg, we have a high of 64 with a low of 52. And last but not least, your 5-day forecast. Today we are seeing some sun right now, but after 4 p.m. we're going to see some rain with a high of 65 and a low of 50. That will not be staying the same this weekend, though. We're going to see a lot of sun, especially throughout Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with a high of 65, 72, lows of 45 and 47. And then Monday it's going to heat up even more with a high of 73. Some kind of mild fog in the morning, but that'll clear up. That's all I have for you guys today. We'll see you after the break.
What I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Now we're going to go to our Sportscast with our reporter Allison Royal.
The Cal Poly men's basketball team is looking to continue their 4-streak win on Thursday night in Mott Athletic Center against IPFW. The men's basketball team is enjoying its lengthiest winning streak in 2 seasons as they close their 2015 home stretch. So far this season, the Mustangs have scored at least 71 points in each of the 6 games they have played. In the last meeting between the 2 teams, Cal Poly won 71-57. Head coach Joe Clara says the game against IPFW will be good competition for the Mustangs.
A team that will kind of get you many different ways. They'll have some perimeter game, some inside game. They'll have some transition. They're very well coached and a good defensive-minded team as well.
Tip-off for the game against IPFW is set for 7 p.m. in Mott Athletic Center on Thursday night. Cal Poly women's basketball is well into their non-conference play and is gearing up for a strong season. Women's basketball defeated Pepperdine in a 61-47 road win on Wednesday night. Junior forward Hannah Gilbert had her 4th double-double in a 7-game stretch, a performance that helped lead the team to victory. The Mustangs will host Fresno State in Mott Athletic Center at 4 p.m. on Saturday, December 5th. Going into the game, women's basketball is 4-3 overall in non-conference play. Cal Poly Golf has just received one of the largest donations ever given to a U.S. collegiate golf program. The gift from alum Bill Swanson and his wife Cheryl is just over $10 million, and will be used to provide immediate cash for support for scholarships. The money will also be used to establish an operating endowment called the Swanson Golf Program.
For Mr. Swanson, the golf and Cal Poly Engineering have had a huge impact on his success that he and his family has enjoyed, and felt like this is a great way to allow others to have that same unique opportunity that he had.
The endowment will fund recruiting efforts, new equipment, and new scholarships, with a focus on engineering and first-generation student athletes. It will also support the athletes as they travel to compete in higher-level national tournaments.
Thanks, Allison. Coming up,
ASI helped students get into the holiday mood by decorating cookies last week.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org. There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America and your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
ASI hosted an event with cookie and cupcake decorating and the holiday classic, Elf. People and students had the opportunity to go and decorate cookies and cupcakes with sprinkles, icing, candy canes, and some hot chocolate to go with their sweets. Now, doesn't that sound good, Monica?
That sounds great. I just love putting frosting on cookies, and I don't know, do you like putting sprinkles on your cookies?
You know, I'm not a big sprinkles person, but I am really big on chocolate chips.
Oh my gosh, I can't have enough chocolate chips on my cookies or cupcakes.
The purpose of the event is for students to take some time off during Dead Week and relax and have some fun with friends and watch Elf, starring Will Ferrell, before the start of finals week. A team of 6 ASI event staff members were responsible for managing the event.
Yeah, we're set.
Okay, cool.
Start recording now.
Okay.
Just ignore.
During finals week, ASI will be handing out free donuts and scantrons at the Performing Arts Center in the library. So good luck during finals week, Cal Poly students.
That's all we have for this week. Sorry, the holiday cheer is just really getting to us. I'm Clara Knapp.
And I'm Monica Roos. Thanks for watching.